Hey, how's it going? And welcome to Whisky Whims with me, Stuart. Today we've got an independently bottled Blair Athol, who would have guessed it, by Cooper's Choice. This is distilled in 2009, non-chill filtered, natural colouring, and bottled in 2021. So it's just over 11-year-old. One of only 288 bottles, bottled at 51.5% ABV, and a staggering £90 RRP for a single cask 11-year-old Blair Athol, which is a little pricey, but we'll see how the whisky is itself. It's a Sauternes cask finish, which is a wine, some sort of wine. I'm not really clued up on my wines, but yeah, we'll see if it's a whisky. I should really be more organised in this. A Whisky Win or a Whisky Bin. So we'll get down to the nose. So the first thing I would say about the nose is the ABV is quite evident, and it's definitely strong, the 51.5%. But there's some kind of gelatine strawberries, the types you get in Haribo packets, those kind of chewy strawberry sweets. Oh, that tickled a little bit. You can't stick your nose right in there. There's a funky kind of starch smell, sweet raspberry roulette, or what did we used to call it when we were younger? Raspberry roly-poly. Yeah, it makes your mouth water. That kind of spongy raspberry jam. But I think we'll come back to the nose, and what we'll do is we'll add some water into the nose and the palate anyway. But we'll see what the palate's like without the water. It coats the mouth, it's oily, great mouthfeel, quite thick, like that film you get around your mouth. The only thing is, once again, the ABV, rather powerful. We'll see what the second sip brings, maybe accommodate the first sip a little, accommodate the spirit. So the second sip, you're getting quite juicy, tasty strawberries, fresh juicy strawberries. There's a fizzy element that I want to link to Haribo once again.
Haribo, our presenting sponsor.
Which is those cherries that you get in I think it's called the Tang Fastics, those fizzy cherries that they're covered with sugar and they're a little bit sour. There's definitely something like that there, but I think what we'll do is I'll put this coin down. I think we'll add some water to the whiskey. I have taken notes for this as normal, and I have added water to kind of open it up a little bit, so I know roughly where I want it. I know Ralphie does a spoon kind of measurement. He says 2 or 3 spoonfuls, but I just kind of go ahead with the pipette until I can. Yeah, I think that's fine. It's pretty much a guessing game, but so the nose with the water now. Yeah, strawberry ice cream. It's kind of changed that synthetic or that strawberry gelatine to this creamy strawberry ice cream, or even like strawberries with cream.
Strawberries with cream. There you go. With my fingers.
Honey flapjacks for sure. There's this tangy element. I think I get tang I've had it a couple times with Blair Athol, and this smell reminds me of Tangy Toms, which were these small packets of crisps that were spherical. They were spheres in shape, and they were tomato crisps, tomato flavoured. But yeah, I'm just getting that on the nose, that smell, the kind of the dusting, the coating, and the flavouring. Yeah, nice stuff, great stuff. And also a little bit of sellotape or scotch tape, whatever you want to call it. That kind of plasticky, you know what sellotape smells like if you've been wrapping loads of presents or whatever. And yeah, something else I get that's quite common, I find, with Blair Athol, and it might be off-putting for some people, but like raw potato. There's nothing wrong with it. Maybe to link back to that kind of starch from earlier. There's nothing wrong with it, just a little raw potato. I think it's okay. The palate with water. So the palate with the water's giving us roasted peanuts with that dusting you get over it, that kind of, I don't know if it's kind of salted, it's a little salted and a little bit of flavouring, I don't know what you'd call that, but yeah, the roasted peanuts, and also like bacon rashers as well. Maybe not as bacony, but more the, not as bacony, but the kind of coating you get, that, I don't want to say, I don't know if it's MSG, the kind of like salt flavouring, I'm sure MSG is addictive, monosodium glutamate or whatever. It's like that kind of powder, and that kind of, it makes you want to go more and have more. They're moreish. I think Pringles have them. Certain kind of savoury crisps and that have them to make them moreish. So you pop it and you can't stop. So there's like that kind of MSG kind of powdery, savoury flavour. And I think that's all I'm getting on the palate with the water. The finish is probably medium. There's red grape skins, that kind of a little bit bittery. It's a little bit chewy, and I'm getting a drying experience that I tend to relate to like red wine or something like that. I don't drink wine often, but when I drink wine, I tend to get this kind of dry and dried out feeling in my mouth. So that's what I'm getting. But we'll get down to the review. We'll see if it's a Whisky Win or a Whisky Bin. I'll just finish this last little bit, shaming for it to go to waste. So, if you're new here, how I rate my whiskies on 3, I just spat. I don't know if that came at the camera, but the benefits of having a camera and not not talking to someone. 3 factors is, would I buy it again, would I recommend it, and do I think it's worth it? So, I am on the fence with this one because I actually really enjoy it. I think there's a lot of kind of contrasting elements, a lot of complexity to it. It's quite full-bodied, it's definitely a mouthful. It feels good, it's tasty, it's high ABV, so you can cut it back to what you want. It's all naturally presented. The price lets it down a little bit, and just whether I'd buy it again. So I'm kind of struggling with that. I think, unfortunately, I wouldn't buy it again. It's nice. I'm glad I've experienced it. I like experiencing different Blair Athols and different finishes and how it affects it. But there's other Blair Athols that I would have over this that I've enjoyed more. So I wouldn't buy it again. Do I think it's worth it? I don't think it's worth it on paper, but I am enjoying it enough to say that it is worth it, if that makes sense. Like, what I'm experiencing and what I'm getting from it is enjoyable enough to say, like, yeah, £90. Yeah, it's a little expensive, but you're getting a single cask. It is ticking all the boxes, so I think it's worth it, and the experience I'm getting from it, I think it is worth that price. Just looking at it on paper, I actually got this, I forgot to say, I got this gifted as a Christmas present, I believe. If I was looking at this myself to purchase, I would look at it and be like, no, that's too much. Unfortunately, the downside to that is I'd miss out on trying this whiskey because it's a really nice whiskey. So that's kind of, on paper it looks like it's too much, but actually once you try it and once you taste it, it's kind of justifiable. Especially 288 bottles, quite limited. So I'd say it is worth it, but I'm on the fence. And would I recommend it? Yeah, I'd recommend it. If you like Blair Athol, if you like different finishes, finishing isn't for everyone. I'm just trying to see if it says how long it's been finished for. It just says additional aging. Does the Sauternes add a little bit of difference to this Blair Athol distillate? I think it does. There's definitely winey elements in there, like the red wine, and there's the kind of mouthfeel that you get. So I would say it's you should try it. So for me it's 2 out of 3. It's a Whisky Win. I don't think I could give it a bin because I am enjoying it, but it's on the fence. You could flip a coin. You could flip a coin with this one. So anyway, that's the review. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I've been Stuart. This has been Whisky Whims. I'll see you later.